Focus. All right, it's 5 a.m. Thanksgiving Day. Ooh. Ooh.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Ooh. There we go.
Go.
5 a.m. Thanksgiving Day, 2022. New York. I'm feeling 83.
Not wrong.
85.
Consensus is drink as little as possible
Yeah.
so we don't have to pee
Yeah.
because we're stuck.
Yeah.
So.
And I have a sparrow bladder. So.
And she never grabbed a diaper.
No, I didn't want to pay $20 for a
For
whole
like
pack.
a whole fucking pack.
I
yeah.
just needed like one or two. So like, it'll be okay.
We'll be fine.
My therapist was quite concerned.
If all else fails, we'll find a way.
Yeah, like maybe in the subways.
So you just have to push your way back through here
Yeah.
to here. Okay. Well, damn.
I gotta moisturize. Do, 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 do.
Here.
It's gonna be what it's gonna be.
Yep.
Good morning, everyone. Happy Thanksgiving.
Hello.
We're here on the, I don't know what street this is, across from Radio City.
Directly across from Jimmy Fallon.
And we still have 3 hours before the parade starts. We got here like an hour ago. I'm gonna do my makeup because I wasn't gonna wake up at 3 a.m. to do it. So we've already moisturized.
Makeup on the streets of New
I
York
should have
City.
wet my booty blender. At first I need to like
A little shaven.
shave. Don't buy the kitsch ones. As cute of hair products they have, they're face razors. All of mine they pop off. Popo, come for me. Was I gonna do this without a mirror? Why am I just...
I don't know. You're gonna look in the. It's like a challenge. Just look in the tripod, or
Just
not the
looking in
tripod, the viewfinder, whatever
Yeah.
the hell it's called. I don't know.
Let's start with foundation this time.
Do you have like a decent mirror?
I do.
Okay, good.
I just, sometimes I forget. Live, laugh, love, Jaclyn Hill, Cosmetics, and the really good mirrors.
Oh, that is a good mirror. I use mine too, but mine's a highlight one, so the mirror's smaller. But every time the subway goes by, like a flow of heat comes up. It's lovely.
So we get a little germy heat.
Yeah.
I'm not using a mirror. It's gonna be difficult not swearing. There are children by us, so I don't want to be rude. Like, what are we talking about? What have we done? Oh, let's talk about last night. So we went to Funny Girl. You can get camera too if you want. We went to Funny Girl, which is the reason why we wanted to come here, because Macy had to see Leah Michelle on Broadway.
So here's the full story. I was at work. I get on my phone, saw she was gonna be in it. I texted Kaylee in all caps and was like, "Kaylee, we're going to New York," and she was like, "All right." And here we are.
And here we are.
Let's just make a trip of it. Do the parade. Do the Christmas stuff. Genius.
More backstory. We have a friendship bucket list that we made like before we even met in person,
Like 7 years ago.
like a long ass time ago. I can say ass. Long ass time ago. Our car is not supposed to be going through here right now.
Yeah, you're sitting up.
Yeah, so we made a friendship bucket list, and I feel like one of the first things we said was, and go to the, I'm gonna see if I can find the message. I might have to blur some of it out. But Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade,
And to ice skate at Rockefeller.
and to ice skate at Rockefeller,
Which we're doing tomorrow.
and to see shows on Broadway. So this is two.
And we saw Wicked on Tuesday night, but we've both already seen that in total
This is true.
7 times.
We've both already seen it on
No.
here.
Yeah.
Next time we should see Hamilton
Yeah.
and then other stuff.
We both have already seen it too. But not,
I know,
well, no, we
but
have seen no,
not at
we
Richard
have seen
Rogers.
it together.
We have seen it together.
Yeah.
Arizona. ASU, Gamage Theater. Another thing that happened at Funny Girl last night was that right in front of us was none other than Ellen Pompeo. From Grace.
Which we didn't even notice until the end of the show.
No.
Like, there was the row in front of us, and there was a few girls sitting there, and then she was to the left of them, so like 2 or 3 people to the left of us. And at the end of the show, the girls were taking selfies with this lady, and we just thought they knew her. And then she stood up and turned around to like grab her bag, and she's just like directly facing me. Kaylee was like trying to pick up her cup underneath the seat because it had got stuck. And I notice it's her, and I'm like, Kaylee, stand up, it's Ellen Pompeo. And she's like, huh, what? I'm like, dude,
she was like
up.
trying to get me to sit up, and I was like, I need my cup, I paid for it.
Yeah, and then she like noticed, and she's like, no shit. And then we're leaving the theater, and as we're walking out, like we were in the aisle right next to each other, like our shoulders were like touching like this. But a lot of people were asking her for pictures and stuff, and she was just there with her daughter, so I didn't want to bother her, so I just let her stand next to me and go,
It was also 11 at night. Like,
yeah, she just wanted to go home. I will say she was very friendly to all the people that asked her for pictures, but she was just wanting to go home, and like she was there with her kids, so yeah. So I was like, I'll let you be, but our shoulders did touch.
Mine didn't, but I probably would have spent that entire time trying to pick up the cup.
Probably.
And not notice.
He's kicking in.
We almost didn't notice at all.
Yeah.
Then we went to the stage door,
Oh yeah.
and we saw Leah for like 2
0.5
seconds. Yeah. She got into her Suburban and they drove away. But the show was really, really good. Even better than I thought it was going to be. And she sounded better in person than she did in all of her like recordings from Glee. Like she sounded better than she was in Glee, and I don't even know how that's possible. But it was fantastic.
So I've never watched Glee. I have really no thoughts or opinions on it. So I didn't know what to expect, and I feel like anytime you see someone live, it's like you have the recording expectation stuck in your head where they're like using where they hit the notes exactly perfectly and like editing it together. But hot damn, this girl can sing. Yeah, really good.
It was so good. And then I can never pronounce his name. The guy that played Mickey Arnstein,
Ripped.
Romino. Is that how you say his name? I don't know. He used to play the Phantom. He's really, really good.
Now we got a bronze. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna look like, I need not bronze too much is my point.
So we made friends with the little girls next to us.
We did.
They're 6, 7, and 8.
They're quite cute and they all have coffee shirts.
Better be decaf. They already have too much energy.
Yeah.
No 6 a.m.
No necesito.
Yeah.
No necesito café. Caffeinated. I don't know how to say caffeinated. I don't fucking know. I barely passed Spanish. You tell it because you were saying it.
I was saying we've been like really lucky on this trip for just like things in general. Like Leah didn't have some freak accident and like missed the show. The weather's been good.
The weather's been really good.
Also,
like
there was this. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
I thought I would have to be wearing like this puffy coat the entire time, covering the fit, but that has not been the situation, so that's good.
Yeah. The other thing too, there was this really, really tall girl sitting right in front of us during Funny Girl, so the whole time I was like leaning to the side so I could see. And like I saw everything, like 99% saw everything, but I really wanted to film the curtain call, and I was like, this girl's just gonna stand up in front of me and I'm not gonna be able to see any of it. And like the last 15 minutes of the show probably, her little sister had to go to the bathroom, and so they left, and obviously they couldn't get back in. So there was just 2 spots like wide open in front of us for a curtain call. So we saw all of it, filmed it.
Also, I want to look up pictures of that guy's face.
Who? Romino?
I think the main dude.
Yeah. He's really good looking.
Because I know what Leah Michelle looks like, and my dog keeps eating my glasses, and I can't see from far away, so it was still pretty fuzzy, so I was like squinting. So I don't know if he has like a good face or not, but he's ripped, and the hair was good. It looked like a good face.
He just like walks out in one scene, just completely shirtless.
I was like,
that was unexpected.
And then everyone went, whoa!
He worked very hard for that 2-second splurge.
I was thinking about that. I was like,
Well, I
When
think
do you have time to work out?
I think he's always been like that though, from what I can remember.
God bless him with a good metabolism.
But he would hit certain notes and everything where he would, like, obviously he played the Phantom, so like I know what he sounded like as the Phantom, but there were certain notes where I felt like I was watching Phantom of the Opera because he would just, they were so perfect.
I need those notes, dude. I wish we could have taken pictures. But I also understand that if someone's flash goes off, that's distracting as frick.
And also, like, the aisle people would get pissed.
It's a little bit chilly. Give me that baby, that baby, that baby, that. Okay, I'm done. We went to Top of the Rock.
We went to Saks.
We went to Saks. Going to Nobu tonight. So fancy Chinese for dinner. It's not Chinese. It's
Japanese.
It's Japanese something.
It's Asian food.
It's a Japanese fusion. Is that fancy shit?
Oh, did I tell you about them talking about Nobu in Real Housewives of Atlanta?
No.
So Cynthia took her daughter Noelle. They were in LA, and they were like getting ready in a hotel room for like some modeling thing. And Noelle goes, "I'm really craving Nobu. Can we go, Mom?" And Cynthia goes, "That is one ass expensive craving."
One ass expensive craving. But true. Yeah.
And her daughter was like 14 maybe at the time.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. I'm very excited. Yeah, and Thanksgiving.
And Thanksgiving. Who doesn't want Japanese on Thanksgiving? Thanksgiving food is actually one of my favorite meals.
Yeah. Ryan's brother, well, my boyfriend Ryan, his brother is sick. So his grandparents didn't want to go over to their house when he's sick because, you know, they're older, so they didn't want to get sick. So they moved
Thanksgiving.
Yeah, so they moved the holiday to Saturday, and we leave on Saturday, so I'll be there for that part of it.
Just like FDR. FDR moved Thanksgiving so that it would be before Black Friday because, you know, they were trying to do the repairing the whole economy, making more money. So, yeah.
The moolah.
The moolah.
I know somebody's
Historical facts with Kaylee.
Historical facts. Also,
True facts of the cuttlefish.
the Pilgrims were pieces of shit. We do not celebrate them. We do not celebrate Thanksgiving the way that is told in the children's history books. It's gonna be blurry on me. I forgot what I was
hopped the fence in front of us. I mean,
He
that's
must
one
be.
way.
I think if you have
Probably.
enough confidence, you can do just about anything.
It's very true. Yeah, he's just gonna hop to the other side. I think he just wanted to be on the other side.
Oh. Well, there's that. What eyeshadow should I use?
Like for what? Like glitter or?
Or right, I don't, yeah. Or just, should I do a matte?
It's very festive.
Oh, this is how we feel about the Pilgrims. John Smith. All the other people. I did research on this like a year ago. And I had the whole like history of Thanksgiving through the years and how it was celebrated and the different massacres that happened because that's what really be happening. And yeah, I wanted to film a video on it, but then when I filmed it, it was not good, so I didn't upload it. Maybe next year. That's what I said about this year. It's fine.
You didn't know you were gonna be here next year, though.
If I'm gonna be here next
If
year?
you were gonna be here this year, I guess. Next year, then.
Well, I could have filmed it before and edited it, and then just maybe we can watch the Kendall Ray video really quick, get the basic rundown. Added, yeah.
Go watch Kendall Ray, Mile Higher podcast. That's good shit.
Yeah, we're gonna do that, and then I'll be back with eyeliner and mascara and some fun facts about why white people are trash. That's what I was gonna label the video. Not label it.
I don't know if you can see any of that. And you can pass it on to them and make them sad too.
Learn your facts, kids. Because the history books were written by white men. Squanto, yes. Oh yeah, they like whitewashed him.
Yeah.
It's a little bit later. We've baked. We watched the Kendall Ray video, and it brought back some memories. That didn't make sense. It was starting to bring back
The story.
yeah, the research that I had done previously. And so this is what happened. Pilgrims came over on the Mayflower. They were meaning to hit like Macy, you know, area type. We're a little off. They ended up hitting Plymouth, Massachusetts. It was in the winter, so that's not ideal. And then like 15 years later is when the official story of Thanksgiving started happening. There's this Native American dude, part of the Wampanoag tribe, named Squanto, and he was someone that was able to be a translator almost, and so he was helping them, and the other tribes were helping them find food and stay safe. But as the Pilgrims were coming over, they were bringing diseases that were killing the Native Americans because their body didn't have that immunity built up. Despite that, they were still helping them. The first proclaimed Thanksgiving happened in 1621. And that was actually, you know, a good time. That's like what we know of as the Thanksgiving story. A couple of years later, in 1629, there was a massacre called the Green Corn Massacre. So basically, there was a tribe of Native Americans, and the white dudes were like, hey, let's kill them. During the Green Corn ceremony, which was like, again, a multiple day celebration. It was during their celebration, their version of Thanksgiving. Yeah, the white dudes were like, we gotta get rid of them. So they ordered them out of their tents. They had a bunch of not tents, they call them teepees. Teepees that the Native Americans were staying in, and they ordered them to come out. When they came out, they killed them. Kind of brutally. They just, yeah, or beat them to death. The people that didn't come out, they set the teepees on fire and they burned alive. So that's not fun. They also took the heads, chopped them off, and used them as soccer balls, and kids would play with them in the streets. Like people's heads. They're playing soccer with. So, American history. Yeah, so there's that. What happened next? Oh, Abe Lincoln. Okay. So in 1862, there was the War of the Dakotas. The Native Americans ended up surrendering. They had a bunch of people like on trial, and they were set to kill like
You know, it's always like a
300 or something like that. I need to be doing my makeup while I'm doing this. Abe came up with a list and said, all right, we're gonna like publicly hang the ones that were proven to sexually assault women. That ended up only being 2 people that they could find. So he broadened the list to people that were known to kill civilians and not just participating in the battle, which ended up being 39 people. On December 26, 1862, they hung the Native Americans publicly. 4,000 people were watching. Yeah, and that was on President Lincoln's orders. People were mad at him for that. Also, the whole situation with the War of the Dakotas was that, you know, the Trail of Tears happened. They like pushed them out to the west, and then when they started coming over to the west, they tried to kill off all of the white men, tried to kill off all of the buffalo, which was those tribes' food source. So they tried to starve them to death. They almost went extinct because of this. So that was the whole like backstory of the War of the Dakotas. That happens. People are mad at Lincoln, so he decides to officially declare Thanksgiving that next year, and he declares it to be like the last Thursday of November. He like officially makes it a thing. The first time it was declared a holiday was by George Washington in 1789. in order to boost the economy, FDR changed Thanksgiving to the fourth Thursday of November, which usually ends up being the last Thursday anyways, but he did that so that people would have an extra week to get their Christmas shopping in, i.e. talking about Black Friday sales. That pretty much exists because FDR wanted to boost the economy after the Great Depression. So, fun facts, it all comes back to money.
Yeah. And now we're here.
And
now we're here.
Watching the pigeons.
Yeah.
It's probably like 2
Waiting
guys in the country
for the parade.
So that's brief. Maybe it's not brief by the time I edit everything, but that is the brief history of Thanksgiving. The Native Americans were not willingly like just moving around. Like, we came here, took their land, tried to kill them multiple times. Yeah, there's just a brutal history that I think a lot of people don't know about, and I think it's important to be teaching kids in schools what actually happened and not rewriting and whitewashing history. Any thoughts?
She said it all, folks.
I didn't time this up well.
Okay, it's 7:16. Parade starts at 9. We're getting there, guys.
Almost there. Let's see how long I can go before I have to break through and pee.
I already went. I didn't even have to go that bad, but I think it was just the anxiety of not knowing where the bathroom was.
That's true. She found it though.
And I found one. Luckily, we're right next to a subway elevator that goes over to Radio City. So there's a bathroom down there. It's like a sorta-ish far walk, but like not too bad. It's just a matter of like trying to get back to your spot. But if I'm here holding down the fort, or Kaylee is.
Yeah, we definitely wouldn't both leave at the same time because that would be rude, smart, and we would lose our spots.
And our stuff.
Oh, yeah, and our stuff.
But it's starting to be light outside.
Yeah, when we started this, it was dark. I feel like when we paused it,
Yeah, get a book down there.
Okay, shut it off for a sec. Which button is it?
the record, the button, the red button on the side.
Okay.
Sorry.